Kaspa family, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. You guys know exactly what time it is, so let's waste no more time and analyze and take a look at what's happening with our good old friend Kaspa right now, and of course what we could be expecting as we are going into FOMC day. So if you're looking across the board right now, we're seeing quite a bit of red across the market, and I'm sure if you watch some of my other updates, you guys are aware as to what's happening. But if you watch my update literally last night, exactly what we spoke about is continuing to show, and I have been expecting this week to be filled with volatility, and that's exactly what we're noticing right now across the market. Price of Bitcoin is all over the place. Bitcoin actually went down to 103,000 a few hours back, but since then is picking up once again going into the FOMC meeting. I've said this in several of my other updates, but I'll say it again in this update. Obviously, tomorrow's the FOMC meeting. Obviously, if the rate cut happens, great. If not, people are expecting, the day of the market to, tumble towards the downside. But you're already starting to see, market actually reacting to it beforehand. And we actually have seen this, I would say, over the last 2 to 3 FOMC meetings. Actually, the day of the FOMC meeting, the market actually sees a little bit of an uptick. So is that already priced in based off what people are thinking, that there's not going to be a rate cut? We'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. At the end of the day, we're just speculating right now. But if you're looking at Kaspa, we're down about 4.8% right now. As you can see on the 24-hour time frame, the price is currently sitting at 7.168 cents, down 3.3% in BTC comparative. The valuation sitting at about $1.9 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume is at about 60.8 million, which is quite interesting to see in Kaspa standards. So before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So we're going to start off with the dominance. You guys know it's not a Crypto ZX update unless we don't discuss the dominance, and here we have it. The dominance is once again picking up traction. As you can see for yourself, last night you were talking about how dominance went up to 65%. We came down to the likes of 64.6%, but you can see this for yourself. The dominance is picking up once again. While BTC, on the other hand, again, I really only want to focus on the hourly time frame because it gives us a little bit of a better understanding as to what's been happening since the beginning of this week. So you can see this for yourself. We've been seeing Bitcoin seeing quite sharp fluctuations within its price. We actually go from the likes of 104 all the way up to 109, and then back down to 103 and back up to 105. So you could really see how the price of Bitcoin is pretty much all over the place right now. We're seeing strong volatile moves, and obviously that is kind of having an impact on the broader market as well. But if you're looking at Kaspa right now, we spoke to you guys about that resistance retest last night, and of course at this point you guys know the importance of that. We retested it, and of course that was a rejection. Right now, if you want to look at where Kaspa is sitting, Kaspa is sitting at some significant support line, obviously dating back mainly to the 2023 levels. And if this does not hold, I've been quite clear upon what the next major, like again, we're talking about a major target. The next major target, believe it or not, goes back down to that 5.57 cents. Of course, that would require quite a large, drop for Kaspa. If you want to put this into perspective, a 22.86% move towards the downside. That would require, with the way Bitcoin dominance is currently sitting, hypothetically speaking, I would say, we could see, BTC dropping maybe down to the likes of maybe around 94K, 94,000 to 95K. If that were to happen, I would not write this off for Kaspa. So could Kaspa see a triple retest before heading towards the upside? We'll see. But that is something I want you guys to be well aware of, because this support that we're holding right now is significant. Yes, there is some support around the likes of 6.7 cents. You could even say there's some support around the 6.1 cents, but the main major support is around that 5.5 cents, which we actually retested 2 times, once in March, once in April. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully this does not last too long, because we did see the price of Kaspa trying to retest this key resistance, which was a good sign. But you really want to see BTC pushing towards the upside and dominance pulling down. If it's not able to do that, I think the chances of us going down to that level is still on the table. But let me know down below what you guys think. Thank you for all your support. You guys are absolutely amazing. And just a continuous reminder, I know there's going to be some comments coming in saying, oh well, the price of Kaspa is going down again. It is known for volatile moves. I've said this from the beginning, and I'll say it again. It's not listed on a lot lot of centralized exchanges. So in order for it to be manipulated, it can be done so easily. So obviously, when there's a lack of liquidity, that is what that kind of does. If you've been in the space for quite some time, you know that. But again, one step at a time. Let me know down below what you guys think. We'll see you later in crypto ZX, and peace out.